Hello, Stampers, and thank you so much for joining me today for another episode of Make It Monday. It's me, your host, Laura Buechler of Inkyfingers Papercrafting. Excited to be here with you today, as I am on every Monday, to share with you and remind you that creativity is fun, creativity is good for us, and creativity is for everyone. Yes, even you right now watching this. Creativity is for you, baby. I'm going live at a new time today, earlier than usual, because I have an appointment later today, but we'll be back to our regular time next week. And I'm so excited that you're joining me, whether live or on the replay. So I have a gorgeous card that we're going to make today, and I have some news to share. So let's get into it. All right, first of all, let's have a look at this gorgeous card that I received from my friend and fellow demonstrator. In fact, she's my teammate, Jamie. Isn't this beautiful? It's so simple, but so stunning. And I decided I just need to case it. If you've not heard the word CASE before, it's actually an acronym. It stands for Copy and Share Everything, or some people say it as Copy and Selectively Edit. And what it means is that when you see a card that you love, you can go ahead and copy it, and you might selectively edit it, change a few things to make it your own. But most importantly is that you can be inspired by any card that you see. So this one was made by my friend Jamie, and I cased it and made it like this. So isn't that pretty? So simple, but so beautiful. Now, I want to remind you all, it is May 4th today. This is the last day for this mini catalog, the January to April mini catalog, and the annual catalog going from May 2025 to April 2026. Both of these catalogs are retiring today. And now, starting tomorrow, we're going to be using the May to August 2026 catalog. If you want a copy of this, if you don't already have a copy, drop your name in the comments and let me know that you're looking for a catalog, and I'll make sure to get one to you. So all the products that we're using today are from that new catalog, so they will be available to you starting tomorrow, Tuesday, May 5th. All right, let's see how to make this card. It really is so simple. All right, so what I've done is I have cut these 5 strips, and you might recognize that these are the new in colors. They will be with us for 2 years, starting tomorrow. They are Barely Blush, Peaceful Pine, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, and Hydrangea Hue. And I've cut them at 1/2 of an inch wide, and we're going to go ahead and put them onto the card front, not directly onto the card base, but just onto the front of the card. And this is just a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece. Okay, so what I want to do first of all is I want to leave a gap at the bottom. That's where I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And I like the way that Jamie arranged her strips so that they kind of went from darkest to lightest, starting at the top. So what I want to do is start at the top and put down one of these strips. Oh yeah, I forgot. These are the same width. So there's not going to be a border side to side. There's only going to be a border between the strips, top to bottom. Okay, and I'm going to grab my little Stampin' Pierce mat and stamp my sentiment. Now, Jamie had a lovely Thinking of You sentiment. I'm not sure what stamp set that's from, but I'm using one called Just a Note, or rather the stamp says Just a Note, and that is from the Fragrant Layers stamp set. This is an online exclusive item, this bundle, so it's actually available to you already. You can check that out at inkyfingers.ca/online. Okay, so Just a Note. We're going to put this on the bottom. Using these fabulous new magnetic ink pads. If you missed the last video I did, I think it was the last one, I did one about the new magnetic ink pads that are coming out. Right now, only the in colors are available in the new style of ink pads, but over the next year or so, Stampin' Up will be transitioning all their colors to that new style. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to lay down my hydrangea hue piece, but I'm not going to press it down at all. I'm going to just take it one step at a time. And what I actually want to do is kind of go from the outside in. Don't need this anymore. So what I mean is I've already stuck down the top piece, and now I'm very lightly sticking down the bottom piece. And then I'm going to do the middle piece, which is Golden Glow. And I'm trying to get that. This one should be halfway in between this one and this one. And then this should be halfway in between these two. It looks like that's going to work out just the way I wanted. Excellent. Okay, everything looks quite evenly spaced, so I'm going to go ahead and press everything down. Doesn't that look lovely? It's, like I said, it's so simple but so effective. All right, now I'm going to turn this over, grab some adhesive, and I'm going to put this onto my card base, which is just a thick basic white. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do is add a die cut. Now I've added a fern from the Fern and Flora die set, or bundle I should say. This one on Jamie's card is from Lily of the Valley, and the sentiment might be there from that one too. I'm not sure. So in order to attach this intricate fern shaped piece, I have got some adhesive sheet that I'm going to peel off the backing and put it onto my white cardstock. So the way I like to do that is to find the spot on the backing where there's a split. That makes it easier to peel off the backing. So this part here that I'm pointing to, this is sticky. So sticky. So I don't want to grab the sticky part. I just want to grab the backing and take it off. And now all of this is sticky, so I'm going to try my best not to touch it. And how I do that is by flipping it over, sticky side down, and putting it onto my cardstock. So sticky, sticky, stick to the cardstock, not my fingers. Now, if I turn it like so and start to push, remember this part still has backing on it. So as I push, the backing is coming off, and I can just peel that away without touching the sticky and press it down. So that's how I peel the backing off my adhesive sheet without getting sticky all over my fingers. Brilliant, right? Okay, so there's our adhesive sheet on the back, and I'm going to grab my mini cutting machine, whose nickname is Will, because where there's a will, there's a way. And I will be doing some die cutting. So I've got my fern down on my white cardstock, and on the other side of that cardstock is our adhesive paper, adhesive sheet. And essentially what that does is it turns whatever you're die cutting into a sticker. So once I take this, remember I still need to peel the backing off this part. Once I do that, the fern that I have die cut will be a sticker, and I won't have to worry about trying to get glue into all these intricate little fronds, the fronds of the fern. Okay, so right now I'm just separating the die from the rest of the paper that it was die cut from. Kind of looks like bones. Okay, and then I can peel off the backing here. Now, in this case, it's probably going to be pretty easy to peel off the backing. Depending on what you are die cutting, you might need to look for where the backing is split, like we talked about in the first case. But often what I find is if you just find a little edge, you can start to peel it off. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. All right, so now we're gonna just put that onto our card. Simple, simple. It's just that easy. Now we're gonna put some in color dots to embellish the card, and then we're done. So quick. All right, let's have a Barely Blush. I'm going to put that right here. And a Golden Glow. I'm going to put that at the top. And a Peaceful Pine. I'm going to put that, oops, there we go, right there. There we go. Simple and beautiful, right? So here's a look again at the card that inspired me. Now Jamie used the in color butterflies. So these are butterfly embellishments that you can buy that already have, they're already colored as the new in colors, the same colors we used on the card, right? How easy is that? One die cut, one stamp, 3 embellishments, 5 strips. I think that took me less than 10 minutes to do that card. Yeah, so we talked about the catalogs. Last day for 2 of our catalogs, first day tomorrow for our brand new catalog. And of course, all of the online exclusives are available all the time at inkyfingers.ca/online. I had to double check that. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, whether live or on the replay. And don't forget to take some creative time for yourself this week. And if you're looking for supplies or inspiration or how-to ideas, be sure to check out my website at inkyfingers.ca. You'll find lots of great stuff there. Have a great day, everyone, and happy stampin'. Bye-bye.